Hey gang, welcome back. It is I, DrBossKey, and today we are talking about our mini bosses. So we've done some kind of color palette swaps, and I wound up using regular enemies and turning them into much larger enemies than they were ever intended to be. So we had some upscaling artifacts, and so we went through a process on that. So Dimitri, thank you so much for turning these around. Yeah, so why don't we hop over to it, and I will show you guys what is up. Oh, 1 second. All right, I need to have just a little bit of some beats just in the background so I can enjoy where we're at. Let's see. Oh, look, I'm not even on screen. Pooch. There we go. I'm here now. Yay. Okie doke. All right. So first, one of the things that we're looking at is essentially the demon spider tank. So this is the one I'm using in game right now, and just to give you, I mean, this is the actual scale size, which I think is, what was this? 2. Yeah, so it was, yeah, I'm using a big, man, that's awful. Wait, this is temp art, sorry, wrong space. Cloop. There we go. Yeah, it's a huge texture there, so, there we go. Mini boss version, yeah. Okay, yeah, so I wound up, we had the original sprite sheet. It came in at 1024 by 512. And then I wound up scaling it up to by 2x, so 2048 by 1024. And I did that in Photoshop, old school Photoshop with, let me take a look here. What did I wind up using? Wound up using bicubic sharper, or no, I did not. I used bicubic smoother, best for enlargement. So, and that gave us this here. So as you can tell, it's a little blurry, right? You've got some scaling artifacts, and you can definitely see them, especially around the edges, right? And then just the image itself. It's pretty okay, but it's not, you spend all this time doing the art, it's not super great. So what we wound up doing, and by we, I mean Dimitri, is we've been engaging in using AI upscaling. And AI is thrown around so much at this point, but an AI upscaler, and as a basis for doing these upreses, and then we went back over them and did a cleanup. So you just, first of all, just take a look at the difference, and then also this sprite sheet is 4096 by 2048, so huge. These guys are basically about half screen size filling in the game. They charge at you. They're pretty cool. And so you can take a look here, and you can see really it's not a bad job. I mean, look how clean these edges wind up looking. You got a tiny bit of aliasing, but you're never seeing the art at that perspective. So, and then a light cleanup pass. So I really like the way the way it turned out. So I think we got a lot more quality, and instead of just trying to redraw everything and scaling it the old way in Photoshop and then repainting them, which no one really wants to do, this was much faster. So, and I'm overall pretty happy with the result. All right. So then, Dimitri, the other thing is these colors. These colors are a little angry red is really nice, like kind of where we're at. This kind of mauve purple's not, and these browns aren't really working for me. So I just kind of threw in the hue shift slider. It's like, why don't we try something maybe a bit more in the I don't know, in the the purple magenta range. So I think that might be it's kind of what I was thinking. I really want the eye to pop, so that's kind of why I get started there, and then it gives you a sense of a little bit more kind of alien flesh in that space. Yeah. And since we've got so many reds anyways, yeah, that's kind of why I was kind of in that space. I thought that would make it would probably be a nice in between. Okay, so so that's the demon spider tank. So I think I just need to write that up for you. Where am I at? Here we go. Ooh, a little tired. It's been a long couple of weeks with crunching on the project and getting feedback and watching new people play and going out to tell the story, all that good stuff. So let me write this up for you. Then let's see here. Demonoid. Demon spider tank. It's not an oid. Spider tank. All right. Let's hue shift. might as well just give him one of these. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's hue shift a little more towards purples, some magenta. We should keep the glowing eye in contrast as well. Rough version here, even though it's above, just makes it easier when we're talking about these things in context. All right, so that's one piece here. The other one that we have here, and I don't need to go too deeply into this, so we have another mini boss. Same thing where these guys were always, they're normally popcorn guys, and I had this idea that I wanted to turn them into essentially like, this is kind of the revenge mini boss, like mother Robonoid surveillance drone, right? So yeah, so I think Dimitri, the main thing here, and I already pointed out, is that let's get some ISR on. Let's get these reds, like just make this thing look angry, very angry surveillance eye. So other than that, I think we're good to go. I'm looking forward to putting this in game. And then we have the shadesters here. So we kind of did a kind of retexture repaint. And I think, I mean, the face is a little whiter than I expected. I was kind of hoping that we could paint that face a little less white and be more like black ice all the way through. So if you want to take one more pass on that, that would be great. But I could also live with this where we're at now too. So, but let me add that. So shade stress. Let's paint the face and body darker with black ice instead of being as white as it is. All right, cool. That's one more there. Okay, we've been implementing these. We just shipped a couple with the build from Friday, and it's fun to watch people kind of discovering these things. So we had that version of the shade stress that went in. Also, Dimitri, if you could, one thing that I really wanted to do is, can you give me, what I'm kind of picturing here is like, I want to do a version of these guys maybe where they shoot like these kind of like flame bits that go forward. And I wanted to kind of use that, this visual effect perhaps for that. So, and while we don't have a mini boss version of those guys, which is totally fine, Hell Legion. Can you give me the purple flame swipe VFX as a separate graphic? I'd like to do a like a flame bullet strike attack with this. I don't really want it there. That's totally fine. Did I add it? I did. All right, cool. Tooch. All right. Flame swipe VFX. Pop. All right. And all right, so that was that. Did I have any other bits that came out of that? Those guys are fine. She was good. We got the, I think I need to get in the, yes, I have the up-res version, right? Yeah, yep. So I'm not sure if I put that guy in yet. So, but another good example, considering how much we up-res these guys, these are really cool. So, yeah, this guy, did I have any more feedback on that? Let me take a look at my last round. Yeah, did you? Yeah, I think this guy wanted working in game as well, which was pretty cool. I think I showed a version of that in my last playthrough. And I think that's it. Okay, For the folks out there following along, I know it's been a little bit since I've done a kind of devlog video. This is some of the stuff we're working on. We're working on post-game updates and content and balancing and tuning. We got a couple other secret things that I'm kind of jamming on as well. It has been a remarkable and fantastic launch, and that's in no short because of the wonderful community that we have. You know, telling the story and going out there and play testing and the reviews. We're going to be part of Shmup Fest next month, which is going to be awesome. And it's really humbling to see where we're at and to keep going. All right. We'll see you all next time. Thank you very much. Bye.